Vershëndetje! Hello from Shkodër, Albania. My name is Denis Lifensov and this channel is about cross-cultural communication. Today I want to tell you about Albanian communication style and I am glad to introduce my very interesting guest speaker. My Albanian colleague Luciona is a great expert in communication with rich professional experience in different projects. And I'm glad that before our interview, Luciona made a short introduction of her amazing country.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening to this video, and thank you to your professor for the invitation for me to introduce a little bit of the Albanian culture in communication and doing business, as well as working as a professional with your hopefully future Albanian colleagues. First of all, I would like to make a short introduction. My name is Luciona. I'm a communications professional and also a researcher, and I come from Albania. Albania, and this is the flag, it's a small country in Southeast Europe on the shores of Adriatic and Ionian Sea with a very rich in resources and also with very developed tourism. The production industry in Albania is not very developed, but we have a developed service industry, including tourism, as I already mentioned. The country has a population of 2.8 million people, and it's one of the most youngest countries in Europe. The capital of Albania is Tirana, and it's a vibrant young city, also the European Youth Capital of 2022. And so there is a lot of dynamic lives as well as social, but also in doing business, university and academia.
So let's start. How would you describe Albanians in 3 words?
So the 3 words to describe Albanians would be friendly, social people, and willing to give advice to everyone in need, especially foreigners.
What should we know about Albanian communication style?
What is interesting about doing business and communicating in Albania is that first of all, European ethics in doing business and communication are respected. It's important to be punctual when setting a meeting, a business meeting, or an appointment with a colleague. However, there is a tolerance of 5 minutes to 10 minutes of delay to wait and be waited by the other. Although punctuality in first-time meetings is highly appreciated and usually respected. And communicating professionally with an Albanian, especially at a young age, English proficiency is quite widespread. However, for older ages, Italian proficiency is much more developed. However, for international business, English is kept as the standard language. Communication in Albania is also based on semi-formal relations. So you keep a formal relation with your colleague, you respect the privacy, but also you are, after several encounters, you are somehow entitled to some minor icebreakers or jokes within the allowed etiquette. So we are a country that are very open, very social, and the people are often even inviting their colleagues to social events after working hours, and that is quite relevant for us to keep a good social life balance with work life as well. And finally, coffee. So probably you have heard that all over the Balkans, coffee is very important, but in Albania, coffee is almost like a social institution. So if you want to have a meeting to discuss potential cooperation with your business partner, you say, let's go and have a coffee. If you want to go out with a friend and discuss personal issues, you say, let's go out and have a coffee. And if you want to discuss something at a professional level as well, you invite the other person over a coffee, which can be a coffee in the office, a coffee somewhere at the university hall, or a coffee even outside in some bars and nice terraces that the city has, due to also many sunny days throughout the year. So all in all, coffee is a social institution a place for networking, a place for sharing ideas, and do not neglect a coffee invitation even when doing business.
What topics for a small talk with our Albanian partners would you recommend?
Recommendation, if you ever work with an Albanian or you meet them for a first time, would be asking questions about the country. We are aware that we're a small country, but we really appreciate if foreign people want to learn about our rich culture, rich cuisine, and also beautiful place to visit. So you can use any topic with regard to Albanian identity in small talks. Also, asking about hobbies is a good opportunity, and when it comes to professional wise, asking about previous experiences is also a good option to go.
What sensitive topics should we avoid in conversation?
There are not many topics that you can avoid in conversation with Albanians, as we try to be open and assist everyone. However, Albanians are very sensitive when it comes to family and very protective indeed. So I would advise that you would avoid any inappropriate jokes or comments when it comes to family and family members. We get quite sensitive on that.
Okay, and my final question. What interesting Albanian words would you recommend to use to make our friends smile?
Some funny local words would definitely be faleminderit, which is thank you in Albanian. It's a long word, but we appreciate foreigners that try to learn it. And of course, gëzuar. Gëzuar means cheers in Albanian, and it's a great way to make new friends both at work and outside the office as well.
Faleminderit, and thank you guys for watching my channel. Stay tuned. Bye.